Good evening. Tonight I discuss David Grusch's testimony, not as fringe, but as claims from a credentialed officer. His statements have garnered significant attention, prompting a closer look at the nature of his assertions and the evidence, or lack thereof, supporting them. We will delve into the specifics of what he has presented to the public and to Congress. He alleges the recovery of non-human spacecraft, the discovery of deceased non-human pilots, and a sophisticated disinformation campaign designed to conceal these facts. Crucially, these claims are based on briefings and interviews with numerous intelligence officials, not on his personal, direct sight or experience with these alleged phenomena. This distinction is vital for our analysis. Our roadmap for this evening's discussion is structured as follows. First, we will detail his specific claims. Second, we will examine the perceived strengths of his testimony. Third, we will address the critical absence of verifiable evidence. Fourth, we will discuss the reliance on authority over scientific methodology. Fifth, we will explore the isotope echoes of Bob Lazar's past claims. Sixth, we will consider the concept of controlled descent. Seventh, we will analyze why this narrative persists so strongly. Finally, we will conclude by outlining what real disclosure truly needs to be credible and impactful. Grusch's central claims are quite extraordinary. He states, and I quote, "We have spacecraft from another species. Some crashed with dead pilots." Despite these bold assertions, he has provided no tangible evidence to substantiate them. There are no publicly available photos, no physical samples, no verifiable data, and no detailed technical specifications. Everything remains shrouded in secrecy, with the constant refrain that such information is classified. This lack of transparency is a recurring theme in his narrative. Among the perceived strengths of his testimony are his consistent and cautious phrasing, often prefacing statements with phrases like, "This is a theory," or "I believe." This careful language can lend an air of credibility. Additionally, his framing of these issues within a patriotic context, suggesting a need for national security and transparency, resonates with many. However, despite these rhetorical strengths, the fundamental issue remains. There is no concrete, verifiable evidence to support his claims. The core issue at the heart of this discussion is the fundamental difference between scientific inquiry and Grusch's approach. Science demands testable data, empirical observations, and reproducible results that can be independently verified. In stark contrast, Grusch offers only secrecy, relying on his credentials and the alleged classified nature of the information. This substitution of authority and classification for empirical evidence is a significant point of contention. He cites concepts such as isotopic ratios engineered in alleged non-human craft, which bears a striking resemblance to the debunked ideas put forth by Bob Lazar decades ago. Lazar claimed to have worked on alien spacecraft with exotic elements, specifically element 115, which he said was used for propulsion. Grusch, like Lazar, provides no specific details, no scientific papers, and no verifiable data to support these highly technical and extraordinary claims about engineered isotopes. This parallel raises questions about the originality and scientific basis of his assertions. This leads us to a significant contradiction. Grusch presents himself as a rebel, a whistleblower exposing hidden truths, yet he reveals nothing that is truly testable or verifiable by independent means. This dynamic can be interpreted as a form of controlled descent, where information is released in a manner that generates public interest and debate, but without providing the necessary tools for independent verification or falsification. It creates a narrative that is compelling but ultimately unprovable, maintaining a state of ambiguity. The persistence of this narrative can be attributed to its inherent nature. It is too vague to be definitively falsified, yet too dramatic and intriguing to be easily ignored. The lack of specific, testable claims means that critics struggle to disprove it with concrete evidence, as there is nothing concrete to disprove. Simultaneously, the sensational nature of alien spacecraft and dead pilots ensures it captures public imagination and media attention, allowing it to endure in public discourse without requiring substantiation. In conclusion, while David Grusch's sincerity may be compelling to some, sincerity alone is not proof. Real disclosure, if it is to be taken seriously and integrated into our understanding of the universe, requires open materials, transparent data, and testable hypotheses that can be examined and verified by the scientific community. The critical question we must always ask is, what specific evidence or observation would genuinely disprove these claims? Without an answer to that, we remain in the realm of belief rather than verifiable fact. Thank you for your attention.